one little scuffle backstage, you know. Paddy wanted to say shit when I was walking by, so I had to confront him. I had to let him know he's a little bitch boy. The combined losing streak of his last 3 opponents, look it up, guys. It's 13 losses in a row. He wants to act like he's relevant and he's a star. He's a fucking nobody, bro. You're a nobody. You've never headlined an event. You've never done anything worthy. You've never been a top contender. Scrub. The only reason people care about you because you're an Ellen DeGeneres looking fucking scrub. And to be honest, it's because you got a bowl cut and an English accent. That's the only reason people want to look at you. So, you know, Paddy Pimblett's a little bitch. He needs to stop running my name through his mouth. Just stay relevant, because he's just using me to stay relevant, because he's never accomplished anything. He's never going to get to a title fight. He's never going to win a title, period. He's a fucking irrelevant bum. So when he starts cutting all that weight and cutting chromosomes, and he wants to come to a real man's weight class and fight a real man, he can get his ass whooped. So he needs to keep my name out of his mouth, otherwise he's going to end up with my foot in his ass, and that's a fact. So
he probably has to get one more and just consider retirement. That's a lot of beatings, man. You know, I think Chandler could have been the best in the world. And I even told this to him. He's too much of a crowd pleaser. And that has really bit him in the ass. You know, you guys remember like Mike Perry too. Like Mike Perry was a crowd pleaser too. And you know, it's just only a certain time before the UFC just says, hey man, thank you for pleasing us, but we gotta move on. And I feel like Chandler, they're probably gonna, at this point, maybe the UFC might give him a younger guy. And that's typically what happens in this game.
Arman released a statement saying, "Many have been asking when the fight is. I am calm, training, focused, and waiting for my moment. Sports aren't always about fair. But I believe if you put in the work, don't give up, and stay true to yourself, everything will come. The key is to be ready when the time comes."
This guy moved for 25 minutes. You realize that, Henry? Yeah. That was what I found fascinating. I was like, bro, this guy didn't stop moving. Bro, that jab was money.
His jab, dude. Volkanovski's jab is so underrated, man. His inside leg kicks, his movements.
When you stood there and brawled with this young bull, he's in the moments where he did get caught. He did it a few times to let him know, I'm not scared of you, young bull.
I agree with you, Kamaru, but there's one area where I feel like a good striker could expose. Volkanovski leaves his hands down when he's shooting, and he comes up, and then he's still cocking his head back. If he doesn't correct that, man, that right hand to Poirier, he could potentially get knocked out. I thought the judges got it right. I thought maybe Volkanovski lost maybe the 4th, I believe. Other than that, it was clearly Volkanovski.
On a fight, you also said you wouldn't mind fighting Charles Oliveira in Abu Dhabi. So is that the plan? One more fight, title shot for you?
I hope so. You know what I mean? I do. I want to be a world champion. I've always said that I am going to be a world champion. And beating a former champion like Charles Oliveira, who had 2 title defences, he gets called the best submission artist the UFC's ever seen. So I'd love to go up against that, because I think I've got better submissions than Charles Oliveira.
Last one for me. 1 year from now, do you think you have the UFC title?
I fucking hope so. 2026, lad. I want that belt wrapped around my waist.
Merab, who you got?
I got Reyes. I like him. I'm cool with him. He's a cool guy, good fighter. And
pasado 2 veces en mi vida. Y las 2 veces sabíamos que no íbamos a dar el peso. Porque UFC me llamó a hacer pelea. Yo le dije, yo estoy de vacaciones.
No way.
Sí, estaba de vacaciones las 2 veces. Me llaman mis managers y me dicen, pelea por el título mundial interino. ¡Wow! ¿Cuándo? Tal día. Dígole, no puedo. Como que, no, yo tenía que bajar unas cuantas libras para 185. Digo, no, que va, no puede. Pero entonces digo, es que no puedo, Romero no puede hacer un intento, es que no voy a dejar el peso. Yo sé el tiempo que necesitaba de campamento para hacer 185 libras. Digo, no voy a dejar el peso. Y me dice mi manager, es contra Luz Rocco. Dile a UFC, dice, no te preocupes. Nosotros vamos a hablar con ellos. Entonces vamos a hacer la pelea.
Stay out of the way, somebody.
Hey, record! Yep, boy! We got the record, the champions of the world, the McGregors!
He pretty much got you with one of the best nut shots I've ever seen. You know, we spoke about he said he was a dirty bastard in the cage. Reckon he did that on purpose, or was that?
I don't know what I mean. As I say, I like Mike, he's a nice fella. He's very respectful and nice outside the cage, but when he gets in it, he hit me with about 4 punches in the back of the head in the first round. You know what I mean? Nothing even got said to him. But you never know, he might have kicked me on purpose because he needed a little break. Everyone was questioning my cardio going into this fight, saying that I wouldn't be able to keep up a pace with Mike. And it was him that was gassing, not me. I felt fresh. So because of that, when he kicked me in the balls, it was a flush kick as well. It was me dick and my balls were still hurting when I said let's go. But as I say, I knew he was tired. I could see he was tired, so I was like, I'm not giving him this breather so he can get all his breath back and swing a big punch at me. I just got right back into the action.
Running my name through his mouth, just stay relevant, because he's just using me to stay relevant, because he's never accomplished anything. He wants to act like he's relevant and he's a star. He's a fucking nobody, bro. He's a fucking irrelevant bum, so.